welcome to the History Channel. Today we are proud to present a program called Who Are the Taliban? Today we are lucky enough to have Dr. Snyder here. She is a historian who specializes in the Taliban. Dr. Snyder, thank you so very much for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's my pleasure.
So let's get down to business. Tell me about the Taliban. Who are they?
Well, the Taliban is actually a group of religious students who got together during Afghanistan's civil war, and they ruled from about 1996 to 2001. And, they were very oppressive, but they did manage to reunite most of Afghanistan, which is a big feat during a civil war like the one that they had.
Now, if the Taliban were very oppressive and very overbearing, why did the public accept them? Why did people like them?
Well, the people didn't really have a choice, and it's not that they liked them, it's more like they had to put up with them. The Taliban was ruling schools and mosques and different religious and social activities, and so it's not like they could go anywhere else where the Taliban wasn't controlling them.
I see.
And so it was more of a put up with or maybe even die kind of scenario.
Interesting. Dr. Snyder, would you like to tell us about some of the policies of the Taliban?
Sure, they were very oppressive, like I said, and, the women got most of the oppressiveness. They weren't able to wear fingernail polish, and if they did, their fingers could be chopped off. And girls weren't able to continue schooling, and women, weren't able to work outside the house. And then even if they did have
any special rules?
The men didn't really suffer from any of the oppression like the women did. They had a majority of the same rights as they did before the Taliban started ruling.
And what about the technology? Was that affected at all?
It was extremely affected. There is no TV, no music, and even leisurely activities like kite flying, they were banned.
And I understand that kite flying was like the national sport of Afghanistan. It was very important to the people.
Oh, it was extremely important. It was one of their major pastimes. And so this is where you see the conflict between wanting unity and wanting their freedom.
Definitely, yes.
And they did choose unity because it's overall, a better choice.
And did the Taliban manage to unite most of Afghanistan?
They did, and it was an extreme feat, seeing as it was in the middle of the Civil War. However, they didn't, improve sanitary conditions, and the unemployment levels actually rose.
Why is that?
Yes, they cut down the opium production by 2/3.
That must have been where they affected the unemployment rates.
Yes, and all the death rates because of the sanitary conditions.
We are going to take this time now to cut to some clips. There is a recent study done with some student volunteers from Los Altos High School. Dr. Snyder, thank you so much for being here. The following clip is of a student who is being informed that her cell phones, internet and television will be taken away from her as decreed by Taliban rule. Watch for her reaction and see how she responds.
What? No TV? No cell phones? Young lady, are you alone?
Yes.
You don't have a man with you?
No.
Then I subject you to a public beating and/or